Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Alcatraz map. We're playing as a green player out of the first position, and ladies and gentlemen, we have this cap spot, and it may irritate blue, it may irritate orange, it may irritate black, but look at all of the fortifications we can do here, ladies and gents. All of them. All of the fortifications. We should be totally fine in this spot. Maybe we get slow rolled, but ideally, we just get it to hold this. We have 10 starting troops up here, plus the 3 additional from our capital. We'll start with 5 more. 15 troops up here already, and these guys don't even know it. They only saw the 1, and now the 4. Hopefully, we don't get anybody behind us, but I won't know for a little bit. I almost want to see blue take this. Black does not cap out in front either, which is delightful. He takes the cap hold over there. Very strong cap for the late game. White, I think, missed opportunity here. Now, got to figure out how I want to take a card. I'm going to try to slow roll one of these 2s off first, because I don't want to. I don't know what people are going to have in here. I don't know if they're going to go crazy on me. So let's try to roll one of these. Golden. We get the roll in the middle there. Group up our material, and we're looking great. This is Felon Friday, everybody. It's the series on the channel where we play one of the 2 prison maps, that being either Alcatraz here or Supermax Prison, which we haven't played in a little bit. We might revisit that soon. Every Friday, most every Friday, and I know people like the chaos that typically transpires from these maps. So I want to remove blue here, but I want to be strong enough before I do it, because I don't know what is lurking behind blue. I think that trying to get active and get aggressive early here is going to be a decent idea, given how much material I started with in this bonus, and then also just trying to push into an advantage before my opponents are able to capture whatever parts of the board that they have. So, other thing, I think I actually probably should have tried to roll the 2 here rather than this one, because black likely will attack through this 2 on his starting turn to group up to cap, since it is additional troops here. I think red tried to slow roll somebody's capital as well, so we'll see what comes of that. Either that or he was trying to dip into a pocket here. Blue is laughing at somebody, so probably not laughing at black. Orange lost his cap to red. All right, good to know. Or alternatively blue, right? Red might have made a move into orange. Orange is now slow rolling somebody else's cap. That is either white or an originally lost red, or an originally lost orange cap, or maybe it's red's original, blue's original. I'm not sure. But he started with 4 again, because he did lose his capital. So I have a card takedown here if I want it. I could kill guard orange. It's probably in my best interest to kill guard orange, but I only want him kill guarded on one specific spot. I think that black gonna go super aggressive back here. Comes back to K. It said 17 mobile. He just used 10 troops out there. He may have stolen a capital. That is 10 troops gone. Off of this, you think you got to leave one here, so I'm not sure. I think he only did 1 or 2 attacks there. I'm gonna do something silly here. Red would be a fool to come try to take this now. If red rolls this, he's going to lose this to white. Oh, man, that is idiotic, dude. He only lost 6. That's still silly. He only lost 6. That is such a risky roll. But he lost 6. So 13. You get a 13 stack here, loses 6 into the hit. Oh, blue is capless as well. Tries to roll out of there. It takes here. It doesn't roll this, interestingly. We got to see if white's willing to take this. Also, orange. I've got a ton of troops here. I can't really come back in this way. Orange is slow rolling this. So we've got one more opportunity to try to steal this from red. You hope that white steals this. This is the thing. Red he did fortify a split there. He lost. So this is 13 it takes. So 12 here. Subtract 6 from this. If you subtract 6 from it, orange did get a card, by the way. Red actually flagged. So I think orange he won this again. If you subtract 6 from this, yeah, does white steal here? This might be why red quit. If white steals here. Come on, lose a good bit. Lose a good bit. Lose a good bit. Loses 2. All right. He's attacking elsewhere. He only started with 5. Black has double cap up top. That makes more sense. All right. I almost hope red stacks here and keeps some troops in the way, because white probably wins this. Only lost 2 on that roll. You just hope that white doesn't realize that this is super easy for him to take, because he only lost 2 troops here. So this is a 7. So you subtract the way you got to calculate it out, right? You had 10 here, subtract 2, it's 8, and then move the stack. You got to leave 1 behind. So this is a 7. It's got 3 back here. I wish this wasn't him back here. I wouldn't necessarily know that I've made that move. I've got a 16 cap up top, so I'm not worried about that position. What I want, and unfortunately, with the recent bot change, yeah, this is what's going to happen. With the recent bot changes, we want this to fortify out, hopefully. Yeah, so there's at least 2 troops protecting me. There's also something behind me up here, because blue, well, I guess it's not guaranteed that this would roll off, right? That's unfortunate. I don't know if I have the orange kill guard. We'll see if the troops start getting placed behind me, but I'm going to have to start making moves down below. Troops are not placed behind me. And he is now slow rolling something else. You almost hope he's hitting white back here. The moment of truth is going to come on this next turn. It's whether or not white dips in and tries to steal this. Given that he saw me come off of this pocket. Again, my cap was so strong early in the game that I can afford to make these moves. But yeah, that move by red, I think, was really, really not the move. I know that you're out in this. Oh, boy. White not only took this cap, but also took the bonus behind black. So he can really afford to mess me up on this next turn. I'm going to have to be very careful with how much I allocate here if he doesn't choose to take this cap from me. And he is going to take the cap from me. That's really unfortunate. He loses 4. But he's going to stop and split. And we're going to need black's interference here to even have a chance. So I need to full send my take up top now. This is not the end of red. We know red is still in here. Is it worth keeping red alive? I want to have the red kill guard. I want to make sure I have the red kill guard. This was my hope, that it would trade in or wouldn't trade in. But if white keeps it back there, we're not in good shape. Blue sets. Hopefully all of that is allocated in the middle. Right, we get 3 behind us. It does still leave some in the middle. But white is now triple capital. It's only a matter of time before white gets all of this. All right, it at least rolled something behind me. Now that wasn't a cap, but it was material. So now we know blue is exclusively behind me here, and we know, I believe, we have the red kill guard as well. Orange, we know where the end of orange is. We can kind of start seeing what white is getting, but white will eventually have a 2-point hold here, and I don't think black's going to make any substantial move. White's going to get 13 troops on this next turn because black let him get the bonus behind here. Now, he did commit everything here, so it's possible that, yeah, black's playing too passive. I was going to say it's possible that black is able to finagle a break back here because white committed everything. Or no, white didn't even commit everything here. This came out as, what, a 16? He had 7 on that cap, so he only put 10 there. I think he put 1 back here. Now, if this is what attacks, this won't be a full take back here. This actually isn't very strong at the moment. I don't want to give him any freebies. So I think our best bet, since I think orange will survive behind... Orange will survive behind... Oh, red did take a card. Shoot. And it continues. Does it not take anymore? It doesn't take. That's huge. So it's on 4 cards. I didn't realize it took a card on that last turn. If we can butter this bad boy up on 4 cards and kill it when the trade-ins are higher. And the best part of this is I know the benefit to this is that I know that the red bot does not have a set on 4. So if it never gets to 5, great. If it does, we can hunt. So right, I'm both white and myself passing up on potential bonus opportunities here. Is he going to try to full remove me? No, he's just going to take the 1 card. So it almost looks like he wants to trade in here with me. Meanwhile, I think orange is exclusively behind white other than where we have him kill guarded up here. And white seems like a smart player, right? So I have a trade in without the joker, which is good. I am just going to take the card here because we know we've got blue kill guarded. We know we've got red kill guarded. These are not very strong white capitals either. He is certainly prioritizing what is behind black far more than what he is what is here. Red does continue placing troops here. It's a full-on flag from red now. We obviously had the early flag from blue. We want blue to continue taking material here. We know white has this. White has this bonus, and I believe orange has taken all of this behind white. So if I'm orange, the way you play this, you take this here. I would bring whatever your stack is. He actually has the +2 there off of his trade-in. I wouldn't make a move on this cap yet. I think if he makes a move on this cap, that's a big mistake. He's trying to single dice roll back here. I would do a 2. He actually wins the single dice roll. That worked, and he pulls up his troops from behind. So he is threatening to put pressure on white if white does not commit enough on that cap, which I think is really, really interesting because that could be troublesome. Orange has done a good job trying to stay in this game, to his credit. Black sets, just takes once, chills. White's still getting 13. He'll get the second highest trade-in. He'll only get 12 because red never set. We've got that red kill guard up there. And this is very, very interesting. Cuts inside to remove me first. I have a trade on 3. 25. I'm not going to see... Oh. Interesting. All right. I could be considered a little weak right now. I'm going to hit the blue 7. We got good dice on that. So the reason I'm hitting the blue 7 is if blue trades in, I don't want it to allocate that much behind me. I'd rather it allocate that much out in front. And eventually this red elimination will be worth it for the 4 cards. It's right now I don't think it's fully worth it. Orange will run into white here. We got to count the number of attacks that white does, right? So blue attacks out front. I will anticipate orange backing this material up. But white might think he has an elimination here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks for white. And he won't trade in off of orange with those 6 attacks. Here goes black getting active. This may be a black attempt elimination on blue. If we see black hit blue here, which we do. He does not. So this is interesting. He does not roll white's cap here, despite the fact that that cap still only had 8 troops on it. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 attacks we got to see from white here. We just saw black roll everything in the middle. 1, 2. Oh, he's going up this way. I think we have the blue elim bare minimum. Orange is still behind. Should be blue, right? Yeah. All right. That was absolutely worth it. So that is 1 successful kill guard. We have double trade in here without using the Joker. I just need to make sure I don't use the Joker. I see 3 cards at the bottom. That does not use the Joker. Now, I still don't think... I don't think this is quite enough juice to get through white. So we will try to milk this a little bit. I could have eliminated red there. I guess I suppose it would have been 3 fewer troops. But my hope, I want to trigger a trade-in from these guys first. Now, orange has this bonus behind white, and he sets in. This may actually be enough to take white's cap. He's slow rolling. I don't love that he's slow rolling because I don't know that you get through it with slow roll. He would have had 25 here prior to the trade, and it looked like white committed everything out front to make sure he could get the elimination. So, finish that off. Still slow rolling. The problem is, he gets through this, and he feeds himself. Well, he doesn't actually feed himself. But he is a nuisance back here, right? He's still going to get extra troops, so we can put pressure on white up front. Potentially inconvenience him. Orange keeps checking the slider percentage, the blitz percentage after some of these slow rolls. I think if you're going to do it, you got to do it now. You're not going to have an opportunity later. I don't like that play from orange. I think you got to try to blitz it. Black sets obviously won't be able to hit me, but this might be enough juice if he's open to white in the back or even white in the front where he feels he can steal one of white's caps. No, he just trades in, plays passive. So black with a very good cap. I'm intentionally trying not to roll out my middle position here. White sets, again, 6 attacks here on orange in the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that should be an extra card fed to me. And this will now I eliminate red. That is a double trade for many a troop and a Joker trade on 3. Black is going to be open to us, but I'm not sure that white can stop this. Black is actually not going to be open to us. And neither of these guys have trade-ins, right? So I can leave like 6 here. As long as white got removed from the middle, black can't do anything to me here. And we'll just trade in, and I'll play fine. That was exactly the time to do it. I kill guarded all 3 players. I think white probably still has cards back here. Yeah, he does. We're just going to trade on 3, though. We should be fine. Obviously, black can try to kill guard me. Or you know what? Yeah, he might have a set. We're going to trade on 3. Leave this cap open. We're going to go 40 here, 52 here. Attack up there. Now, I need to remain open to black. And I need to stay above whatever trade counts are, and I need to not open him up. Now, if he black, it's actually, I don't know if it's in black's best interest he's card blocking white. That's his play for second place. I will give him a free card here. I don't want to, he trades. Does he just full send white? He doesn't trade. Wow. Wow. That was a trade in. Had to hit a cap. We knew white was committing a lot back here. He's on 5 cards. So let's see what he's got. Well played. Well played. He might be able to steal this. That is way more troops than I thought he'd have after that. A card block is going to be difficult. We don't have a trade-in. He could win this. But, yeah, set here would actually be huge. Because he's going to win this. He loses 99. Now it's a split between the 2 caps. $56. Whatever it splits to, we should get a trade on the next turn. 27. He's got free cards there. I probably shouldn't have opened him up, but that's huge. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Not now. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. Our turn just did not happen. Well, we got better dice, so. And we still got the Joker. So it's nice to know that the that stuff works the way that it does. I may have bungled this by letting him win this. 48 there. Trade-in was for 67. So he still doesn't have much back here. Hit 26 there. Added maybe 50. I want to bait him. We want to bait him here. He is starting with 17 troops. We're starting with 23. I'm going to sit next to him with this stack because I want him to hit it. We have a set without the Joker. That's very, very good. I want him to hit this. That is probably not enough. He obviously gets the free cards back here. We're totally okay with that. He is not going to trade on this next turn. And now we're at the point where he actually can't do anything about this stack. He cannot do anything about this. He does not have a trade and he can't stop me from getting in here. Now, I don't have a set to come take this. He trades. I'm not surprised by that. This now means he is going to defend the cap that's behind him. That's okay, because we are going to start card blocking in the middle. He's only getting 15 now, right? So he'll eventually get this. I can attack down and fortify here. And there's another Joker. He's only got 2 cards left. I can actually block him back here already. He might have a set here. If he doesn't trade, we win this. Yeah. Have I traded out the Joker? No. But he might trade and get through this. That's why if he doesn't have a set on 4, we've got the full on block. Oh my goodness, there's no way. If he pulls off in the back, that is fine. He'll win a card here. But this gives me enough time to at least defend myself in these other spots. He had what, 80 something here, I think. I know he doesn't have a set right now. Unless he's baiting me. I don't know why you wouldn't take a card there. Oh. Back to 3. No trade. I got to be very wary. Trades are getting close to being able to break through. We need enough. Okay, I got to double slam those. I don't care if he gets the cards there. Just slow rolling it down so that there's not as much coming at me without losing a ton on this stack. We're getting really good dice on these slow rolls as well. So he'll take extra cards in the middle. That's fine. Need to bring it back to this cap. This cap's the most vulnerable. I don't think he can win a... Yeah, he can't win a cap here. Which is exactly why I played that like that. And all of these... Look at all these extra cards he's given me. Look at all of these extra cards he's given me. And slams the capital. So now what we do... He just hid his stack here. I don't know how many troops that is, though. That was an instant fortify. He quits. Okay. I assume that that's what's there. I can wait it out until 5. Oh, it got a little bit hairy there. I did not think he'd have as much left after he eliminated White. I thought for sure that White had more troops, but it's possible that what happened with White is White had kept his troops off cap and lost it. It's also interesting to see that there was double capital behind Black here. I suppose that White would have opened here, but if Black had troops sitting here, but it's doubly interesting to me because he would have had 2 separate spots here that he was defending because White was behind him. So his initial stack wasn't very large, but man, triple kill guard. The triple kill guard was phenomenal. It was only 1 card off of orange, but White commits everything back there. Black had a trade on 3. Once he realized I had no intention of opening him. That was the kicker. I do wonder how much is here. He had the trade on 3. How much did he pull off of capital there is the question. Because he did bail on us. 52 troops is all it was. This was, other than the singular mistake of opening up Black's cap after he eliminated White. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have done that. We ended up making it work. And obviously Black not having the trade on 4 was super impactful. But You may ask a couple of those moves in there, like, why didn't I leave myself extra cards here? Too vulnerable if he does have a trade-in where there's too many access points to these caps, too much that I have to defend. I didn't want to have to defend 3 caps back here. It's why once I discovered this, I removed the material up here to make sure that I'm just sitting on 2 spots back here, not all 3. But wow, that triple kill guard into the play on white. Once I realized black was completely boxed off here, with no access and no trade to get into me, no brainer move to completely remove white from the left-hand side. Took the risk, paid off. Master on white, not surprised. I could tell white was a pretty skilled player. Expert on orange, he didn't quit. That's usually a good determination of the skill of an opponent. And black played a perfectly reasonable game as a beginner as well. Blue, beginner. Red, intermediate. Those 2 guys, super early botters. Don't agree with red's decision to come slam this cap, especially that I haven't taken the bonus in the back. Try to assume that somebody's going to put too much pressure on me from behind. Unfortunately, red got a little bit greedy, and it did not pay off. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk on Monday. As always, everybody, I have been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.